看直播每一款有没有画面啊？啊，挑美挑美啊
！This is a testament to my connection with the world around me, and it's very much my companion now, bearing witness to everything I've experienced on this journey.
啊，肚子有点痛，我操！我想上厕所。烂。
There's no mistaking it now. It's Imperator's frequency.
The scent of Cardathea.
Not just knowledge, you've stolen the Sentinel's access too! Lupa's role in this story isn't yours! Contender Mia?
It's the Threnodian. Lupa, this is something only you can do.
Tell me what I need to do.
Read the script. Adapt as required.
I believe in you, warrior.
To lose our strength is the deepest fear of Septimontians. Pride hides the terror within. We fear no death, yet tremble before shame and failure. Did Domina Julia deceive me for this? I never got the chance to ask. The dark tide consumed all. Death took her, as it will take me.
Today as yesterday, we weave time beneath the tide. Swim, swim, wretched yet lovely fish. Dream deeply in my fiction, on the stage of a repeating tale, waiting for the day thou shalt consume the world.
O righteous one, I shall depart without a word. The golden city in my childhood legend is swallowed by the abhorrent tide. I whisper to my fleeting companion. Pages will scatter. The quill will fall. This play shall be torn from its author's hands.
A wrong note in the shifting score. O golden star full of mercy, pray tell me, as past and present intertwine, what fate have you chosen?
Hesitate not, warrior. You are the protagonist I have chosen. Only you can shatter the script and jump to the next page. Right. For the nobility you seek. For it all.
这个好，三还是不如我9。这几神呢？
A dream? No. It couldn't. It's no dream. I'm not alone. The warrior put the hope of change in my hands. This feels good. Not standing there alone on the champion's stage. The warrior hasn't learned this yet, but I now remember traveling with Cartothea. I can't be in the real world. This is a Sonoro created by the Fraxidus. It's a realm of stories. The story of the great Aegon lasts only 3 days. Before Cartothea came here, I had wandered this same bloody story more times than I can count. The dark tide consumes Septimont, and that monstrous, half-human, half-sea creature grows ever larger. Is this the Fraxidus plan? To feed it with Septimont's ruins? A script. Yes. This Sonoro is like a book of plays. Each world in the Sonoro is a story that keeps repeating, like sheets of paper, all overlapping with one another. New pages keep appearing, layering over the old, and the changes in one story bleed through to the next. After Cartathea's actions, Septimont, once destroyed by the Dark Tide, has begun to return to normal in the story where the warrior arrived. Cartathea saved me, changed my fate, and led me to the warrior, who stopped the Threnodian in the last story. So in this time, I haven't lost my memory. The warrior had delivered a powerful blow against the monster, and the energy supply from the central hub has been cut off. But that's not even its full form. I once searched for its true form with Cartathea. I remember now. What we see lies in the lower city's waters. I won't let your trust be misplaced.
这盘有意思，像平时也有，像 Walking from a Dream， 还他妈给他录回上了。
The old district of Septimont, submerged beneath the waters due to the dark tide. The dark tide looms over Septimont like a stubborn storm cloud. It's the warrior? No. No time to worry. I have to find the cause of all this, and quickly. Winds of the wild! In a past story, I came here with Cartathea.
Flirted.
Look at you. You can't go on much longer.
I feared as much. Then this is where we stop. Strange. I remember everything about Septimont, but I can't remember. Can't even remember my name.
You didn't forget. Someone stole your role in the story. Even your name on the placards in the arena would be unreadable. Your existence has been erased. Only by unmaking this story can it be reclaimed.
Too bad I won't last long enough to see that happen. I'm sorry, Carthasia. You saved me. But I can't help you in return.
When I was a child, long ago, I heard tales of Septimont. A city full of passion and life. People there drank deeply, laughed loudly, appreciated sculpture, and lived for the hunt. Men and women feared nothing. They burned like fire, giving all their light and heat before fading. But when I arrived in Septimont, it had already been undone by dark hands. With the dark tide sweeping the streets, the city was nothing but an empty shell.
That's right. My city is beautiful. When the autumn wind blew through the golden flags and wind chimes, time seemed to slow.
The Leviathan. I will not give it the chance to make the people of Rinasita weep and bleed. I will drag whoever orchestrated this tragedy out of the shadows.
Septimont, can I leave it to you?
No. You said it yourself. This is your city. Some things only you can do. The monster leaving its trace in the dark tide. I can feel it. Its frequency is similar to my own. The Threnodian created me to be a resonator for its power. But I wasn't the only one. Many vessels before me failed.
什么空洞骑士？
You mean...
There is still much I don't know. I'll keep searching. But no matter what, you have a certain specialness. Once I sought to end it all. Someone stopped me. Even a life mocked by fate can break its curse. Whatever you seek to do, whether you're weak or strong, you must strive for it.
操谁呀、谁给我发这个 ？I'm Japan。Hello。公司。啊，我发个 Wait a minute。
I returned to the world thanks to a certain person's help. I believe she will come here and reshape this twisted story. Oh, must be quite the person, eh? I wish I could meet her and see how she does it. Then you will see for yourself. Victory isn't won in an instant. It takes patience and perseverance. What we can't do now, someone will carry forward later. If you want to save your city, then hold on. No matter the pain, no matter the doubts, you must keep going. Just like how you wandered Septimont before I came. Broken, yet determined to leave, to find help for the city. Jump to a new story and bring my message to that person. All right, gods of the air. I'll try my best. First, tell me, what is that person's name? I'm close to that abnormal frequency. You're in the submerged aqueducts. The submerged aqueducts. I remember reading about them in the Silver Records. There used to be an underground waterway leading to the plains. But now, with the old district completely flooded, we can only access it if we drain the water first. After my role was erased, Cartathea must have found the half-human, half-sea creature, and the Fraxidus. Like the warrior, she chose to remain on the closing of that page, to give new stories a fighting chance. That's why I only regained my name after I met the warrior. During our journey, the overlapping worlds the warriors saw were the monsters doing. It tried to use Mia to steal my role again, to corrupt Septimont once more. Only I can erase it from this story. Only I can prove that I'm real and it is fake. What happened to the Mia who vanished in the Veil of Glory decades ago? After everything you went through, what did the city of Septimont mean to you? I remember the entrance to the underground waterway is in the old district's bell tower. Of course. The upkeep of these waters always falls under the Silver's jurisdiction.
Maybe I can awaken the sleeping giant of glory. In Septimontian tradition, when it bears its blade and watches over the warriors leaving for the hunt, all gates and passages open. Many of the old routes are blocked, but I can try draining the water through the remaining ones. It's worth a try.
The story was drawing to its close. Cordesia could feel the world around shifting. Building statues, and even the land itself had looked like gameplay. It no longer mattered if she had uncovered the clue and pointed to the one responsible and was heading toward the playwright. With more facts to remember lurking here, she was prepared for the coming battle. As for the rest, Cordesia had no doubt that no word would handle. It was her work, and she believed in her completely. As the story neared its close, Cordesia stepped out and the playwright was behind all of it. 看懂这剧情，我反正是没看过。
Covered in tidal blight. It has even fused into the joints. I'll need to clear this if I want to get it moving. To protect these waters, the stewards must have set up a platform with gladiator spears nearby. I'll activate the patrol unit, then grab a spear from the platform to clear out this blight.
啊！太君来了，他们搞得我都不敢说话。Activate. My applause greet you, Lupa from House Silver. This way, retrieving gladiator spear. Happy hunting.
Can't just clear the head. To get it to lift its sword and open the gates, I need to clear the arms too. I hear cowering prey.
Detecting and then protect this situation.
At the spear tip!
Meaningless move.
The fight is on! Into the spotlight!
I hear cowering prey.
为什么他旁白都没配音？
Victory! Break darkness!
啊，好爽！
Glory is upon us!
他们这人都吃什么？
Here.
这人都吃了什么苦？
Need to check for more patrol units nearby.
我怎么爬墙上呢？我以为。Detecting current location outside platform room. High risk of testing explosive and maintain vigilance at all times. 何意味啊？嗯，它水下有望潜水，我得把那水给搞干了。
Ray. The water is drained. Time to head to the bell tower. That monster is hiding in the depths of the aqueducts.
想上厕所，你等我一下。我上厕所。我给你找皮套狗导播一下，你别急，你已急过。你已急过。你直接吃吧你，我他妈上厕所去，我操，我他妈肚子好痛。来看你最爱的 A 送。OP 这么长？
是，行，等会儿那个就是我们每到一个节点，我都会再看一看能不能开专注的，好不好？这会儿好像是开不了，我再确认一下。 是否继续？确定继续，但是暂时开不了。好了，那我们先走吧。人名隐藏我们先不开，因为我担心会出现新的角色。再燃什么？那就燃一下吧，不行吗？让我来换一下。OK， 走。哎 ，It's me。你是？哦，对，刚那个 PV 我还没夸完呢。刚才那个从舞蹈动作变到初见的招式，很符合飞雪给我的感觉啊。就是整个人优雅又冷静，好像没有什么事情可以掀起他的波澜一样。啊，好美，好美！
啊，你来啦。我只是在想象，要是我想要再拉一笔天文数字的投资，用于研究面前这个巨大机兵衍生出的各色碎群产物，我得编出份什么样的企划案，才能让整个索拉里斯有名有姓的势力都点头，每年老老实实的把钱塞进我口袋里？
典型的洛瑟拉思维。
想到了吗？没有。我的道德不允许我细想，不过能想到办法的人已经回来了。
是受道德制约吗？原来
答应为我提供刀的老爷子，深空联合的总负责人。
是，别看他当时答应的挺痛快，脑子里估计绕过100个弯了。要不是委员现在是那副样子，他不会轻易同意给你做那把刀。多少也得从你身上撬出足够的价码才肯做。
我没有找到那孩子，那片区域中的时空过于混乱，旨意最终都迷失了。
唉，
需要能坚持更久的探测手段才行吗？
但是最近的虚职异常活跃，最好还是要有明确的职业。
那孩子是碎者的共鸣者，没有比这更强烈的指引了。看来让碎者启动的时机已经到了。在这种情况下，不管是麻烦的大人，还是适合驾驶的人，应该都会欣然同意吧？哎，你说就用碎者启动时的影像去拉投资如何？
典型的洛瑟拉思维。
保密协议怎么办？
哎，
那我在资金这块的心病怎么办？
要不你俩能聊到一块儿呢？
去趟碎波吧，我已经帮你处理好外出申请了。
为什么？
为了试试刀。
哎呀，好漂亮！
就算碎者启动了，也有失败的可能。那样的话，你所封印的那片暗源会成为一个风险点，但也可能成为我们翻盘的希望。所以，在我给你派发镇守暗源这不近人情的任务前，先去解决下你自己的心病吧。
我1天后回来。
还会再见面吗，雪子？
多停1天吧，四处转转也好。去吧，黑海岸的人会负责接应你。啊，我还得回去处理陆医生给我留下的麻烦事。
校长人还怪好的呢。
好，需要时联系我。
我在听。
不给我听一下？
和达尼亚有关吗？晚些时候当面说吧。
给我听听呢。嗨，耶！ 拿我当外人儿。哎呀，我已经很急了，我真的已经很急了。就是本来前瞻的时候已经看到说可以开碎者，我就已经很着急了。我要机甲大战！
巫女大人，您听得到吗？
哦，这就到了耶，好快的节奏。
叫我飞雪就好。好的，飞雪大人。碎波市内大部分网人都已得到妥善安置，但有部分执念过深的网人仍在危险区域内徘徊。他们未被实现的强烈愿望会吸引悲悯力量聚集，诱发不可控的事件。
等一下，这一下就让我想起我刚到碎波的时候，给人家一个人拆穿，然后他又消失了。哦，sorry 呀。
有您在，问题就简单多了。没想到您会来主动协助。守护碎波，本就是浊音巫女的分内事，多谢各位协助。而且，我也有事要拜托你们。啊，您是指上任巫女玉露的事吧？我们已经找到了类似的频率痕迹，但还不能确定具体的情况。
这是刚刚那个姐姐吧？
更具体的位置，有进展我会及时联系你。麻烦你们了。没有没有，如果当年没有您在，我早就……总之，这里就拜托您了。交给我就好。
啊，好可靠。
你有话想和我说？
哦，这个表情。
没什么的，飞雪大人。就是您辛苦了，再见。
看来飞雪大人作为巫女的时候，真的就是非常受，怎么说呢？非常受，至于巫女，他们应该叫什么呢？就是非常受这里的居民们的喜爱。用居民总觉得怪怪的。
您是？
耶，是我回来了。
浊音巫女大人，您回来了！我就知道那些怪物伤不了您，他们都觉得自己会死在这儿。我说不会，巫女大人一定会来救我们。
抱歉，我来迟了。
哎呀，
没关系，我这不是等到您来了吗？请您亲口告诉我吧，浊音巫女已亲临战场，击退那些怪物。
哎呦，那岂不是说了这句话之后，他这个执念就要了却掉，然后就要准备消失了吗？
明示已退去了，但我没能救下你们。
干嘛？
那您又一次击退了明示，早晚有一天，您会将明示彻底从委员驱逐出去。
干嘛？
我已收下你的愿望。总有一天，我愧对了他们的期待。
别上来就开刀！
无论击退多少次，明示总会卷土重来。
唉，
委员何时才会得到解脱？
一个愿意燃烧自己的未来，来帮助大家的人，来实现大家的愿望的人，他的责任感得是多么的巨大。但是他并没有完成自己想要完成的事情，没有守护住自己想要的地方。这个时候呢，还要他亲口来说出这种话，他此时此刻心里得多难受啊！哎呀，干嘛？
回来，
还让我
你们，
哎。
人呢？这人叫他妈甘心 man， 我操！我是真绷不住了。这他妈是他妈米孝子啊！我操，那个太监还能说话吗？啊，米黑。 他妈元神孝子那个。还能说话吗？你看。为什么他像变只狐狸？ 哦，原来是它技能效果，好酷！不让我飞是吧？经典解谜，我操！感觉这明朝解谜就是他妈像，就跟宝宝巴士一样，你手把手教你干嘛？你就跟做去。
Just this gate standing between me and the heart of the aqueducts. It won't open. I'll have to find another route. Huh? Huh. The copper mirror is calling. The warrior used it to see the past. I wonder if there's anything of that here.
Unusual figures.
I've already pulled that body from the sea.
Excellent, Domina Julia. Keeping one's word is the foundation of any solid partnership.
Foundation 是我们1999的好吧
I know. Septimont's current F4 doesn't quite heed the Senate's wishes, but we'll see to that. A cup of poisoned wine, a passing fly, a dagger. Fate strikes where least expected. With someone as clever and calculated as you at the helm, the House of Silver need not fear for its survival.
I do not work with you for our sake. I do this for Septimont. Some of us have forgotten the terror of life adrift at sea. To survive the tide, one must make the right choices. We'll speak of other matters later. But tell me, why would you want a dead woman who fell into the sea?
Dead woman? Ah, you mean Mia? Indeed, she is the very heart of the unit I spoke of. The one we intend to build deep within these underground aqueducts. Alive or dead, her body holds the information we need. The Fraxidus's experiments here will continue for some time. In the meantime, covering up this little laboratory's existence will require your assistance, madam.
The heart? That weakling's resonance abilities were meager at best. Her performance in the arena was nothing special. If it weren't for those incompetent fools in the Senate, using her as a puppet to shift the attention and anger of the masses, she wouldn't even have made it to the finals.
Do not be upset, my dear Domina. You're absolutely right. The girl is so feeble she can't resist her creator's will in the slightest. Winning the Grand Aegon was precisely what brought the shadow of death upon her. Luck and misfortune, nobility and lowliness, weakness and strength. A person's nature is like two sides of a coin. And I've always found beauty in inevitable tragedies.
So Mia has been dead all this time. She didn't leave Septimont when she vanished. The sea took her. I hear cowering prey.
The fight is on! Break darkness! Here! Glory is upon us! I'll end you! Triumph at the spear tip! Please, Phil! Into the spotlight! What now?
I hear cowering prey.
手感好好，根本我之前玩他们是一个游戏。
Lackluster! With me to victory! Try that again. That's some attack. Here.
这张有点好稳。
This place has the Fraxidus written all over it. Without the Silvers keeping the place hidden, they wouldn't have dared. The irony. A Septimontian aiding the enemy to build their den in the heart of our city. Even the impregnable Griffon's fortress crumbles from within.
Snatcho 来，你在 Snatcho。
I trust you've seen the experimental unit in the aqueducts. Well, what do you think?
If not for the sword embedded in her chest, I could mistake the corpse for being alive.
Indeed. Decades have passed, yet Mia remains as she was when first pulled from the sea. Her data has been invaluable. As the Threnodian's failed resonator, this specimen is in its own way remarkable. You know, it wasn't so long ago that the rover intervened and Cartathea broke free from that tower. I discovered that a small piece of the Threnodian's essence within Mia was reawakened with the tower's resurgence into our world.
Sounds as though you found new inspiration.
Yes. Septimont will host the Great Aegon soon. I've come up with a rather intriguing idea. Before her death, Mia also attended the tournament. I'll use that as the fictitious anchor to craft a play to rewrite reality itself. I've already discussed terms with it and reached a modest agreement.
You spoke with the Threnodian. Has Leviathan already awakened?
Only a fragment of it remains. A weakened, cunning shard, desperate to grow stronger. I'll fashion a story for this sea creature, enabling it to fulfill what it once sought, to have the dark tide swallow Septimont whole. The Threnodian once sought to use Mia to find Septimont's central hub, in order to corrupt the beacon system. Even if met with failure, it would control the champion's mind to infiltrate the city's upper echelons. Oh well, it all failed in the end. In the face of her futility to resist corruption, that girl chose death. She drove a sword into her heart and leapt into the sea before choking on her own blood.
好惨啊，我操！
Fascinating, isn't it? Faced with the same predicament, strength and weakness still make a difference. The Blessed Maiden single-handedly thwarted the Threnodians' designs in Raguna, but this poor soul had no choice but to take her own life. A death so theatrical, so saturated with sorrow. How poetic. How beautifully tragic.
I don't care for your taste, Cristoforo. I'm merely curious. What ending have you penned for Septimont this time?
Oh, such an impatient reader, Frolova. This play is nothing more than an amplifier, designed to nurture the Threnodian's lingering power. Once it grows large enough, I'll overlay the Sonoro onto reality.
这不千流的盛宴吗？我操！这个是我们九里的3.2的剧情。
All that's needed is for Domina Julia to select the right champion. Swapping out the protagonist is hardly a challenge. Once the sea creature grows within the cradle I forged from the dark tide, the hymn of journeying paradise will spread from Septimont across Renacita. Really, compared to those Septimontians who've long forgotten Mia, the story I've written for her is far more thrilling. Don't you agree?
And what if it fails?
Then so be it. You know, Frolova, stories are but mankind's attempt to imagine and rehearse fate. If this play proves Rover worthy of becoming the protagonist of my story, if they pass their trial by fire, then isn't that a victory as well?
Disgusting. To treat Septimont like a plaything. Unforgivable. What is so poetic or romantic about a story where someone is driven to death?
我又不想看，怎么办？他们不早讲，我操！ 那不猪啊？怎么不找？怎么？我他妈刚才看到，我操！你不早讲，我操！
In my previous match, I slipped and left an opening, but my opponent failed to notice. He gradually lost his advantage. And here, he started to panic until... I knocked him down with a single blow.
不是，反正那剧情也挺无聊的，说实话。我都已经想跑去看小学生剧情。我们再去看最爱小学生剧情。
I hear cowering prey.
With me to victory! Face me, coward! The fight is on! Please, Bill!
Now's the second half. Is that all?
Triumph and the Spirit! Die, evil!
A shame.
Got a reflection of hero. 他就不想看那个傻逼剧情怎么办？
Still lingering, Mia. A fading reverberation that should have dissolved in the deep long ago.
Where are you going?
To claim the title. Was that not your unfulfilled wish?
Was never mine. The arena. I don't need this victory.
But I do. Without a champion and the lion beast, I cannot touch the central hub left by Imperator. You, Cartithia, both my daughters, my very creations. Why this fruitless resistance? Has Septimont ever granted you kindness? They neither love you nor need you. Long have you been forgotten.
raised by them. You will never understand.
Proud in battle, and yet yearning for strength. I know the heart of the Septimontians far better than you. Mia, you are simply too afraid to face their true nature. You choose to deceive yourself. You cannot admit that they used you and then cast you aside. You cannot accept that from the start you were insignificant.
No. Viburnum. My flowers.
Hush, it matters not. Your thoughts are of little consequence.
Viburnum. The bloodleaf viburnum of Septimont. Oh, I understand. It's a flower often given to gladiators. A symbol of victory. I've always carried this shame. Shame for something I didn't choose. Shame for something that's just there. Sometimes it turns into doubt. I try to live free, and I do most days. But still, I see it. I see the pain in their faces. In the ones who fall behind, the ones who leave the field beaten, the ones who pin all their hopes on me. I've always wondered if I didn't have this gift, could I have reached this point with clean hands? Should I have judged those who trampled the rules to survive? Or was I blind to my own arrogance? Now, I don't think like that anymore. The warrior is stronger than me, no doubt, but she treats everyone the same. She didn't choose to stand alone. Instead, she chose to trust me. Cartothea spent years trapped by the weight of everyone's expectations. Never stepped foot in Septimont before, but still sailed across the seas to be here. And Mia, her resonance ability might be weak, but she never ran from a fight. She fought till her last breath. A heart isn't shaped by what it's born with or what it's been given. I've underestimated others, and I've underestimated myself too. But you, the arrogance, thinking you understand understand the darkness in people's hearts, but you don't have a single drop of life in you! Beautiful as ever. The Griffon's fortress. My city, Septimont.
我操，好听 ！Griffon's Fortress 是什么 ？Majestic name for the city of Septimont. Perched atop Capitol Hill. Its people are renowned as master sculptors, skill hunters, and awe-inspiring gladiators who celebrate heroism. 就另一个名字而已。
Built by the hands of the people, not the Sentinel and not the Trinodian. Where there's light, there's always shadow. But people need light. They'll chase it no matter what. And they'll learn to live with the shadow. Mia, Cartathea, they were born and raised on these islands. They are daughters of Rinascita. They belong to no gods but their own. All I know is my desire.
莫名燃，虽然不知道在燃什么。
Better to die than to be a puppet. Death does not scare me.
不要写这种字体嘛，我他妈看着好累，我操！
If divinity takes up arms against the innocent.
老钟最爱的衡水体。
I will raise my sword against divinity.
I heard your request. But I prefer to handle this my way.
Victory isn't won in an instant. It takes patience and perseverance. I believe in you, warrior.
不是刚路帕跟那个谁，卡斯西亚。 不是米娅也太没牌面了，把他作为 BOSS。
I swear by the eternal sun, I will slay you!
Of civilization, I was wrought, born of the hearts of countless men and women, of babes and of the aged. blades and silver tongue, you struggle for power and revel in the slaughter of the arena. From past to present, nothing has changed.
What right do you have to judge the people of Renacita? Mia chose her end with dignity. Your very existence is an insult to her. Look at you cowering in this little incubator, desperate to evade your end. You will never understand what it takes to face the fear of death. Ryan and the Spirit!
A shame.
I'll end you! With me! To victory! Die, evil! Ryan and the Spirit! Into the spotlight! What now?
Unite with me.
I smell fear.
Try that again. Is that all? Meaningless move. With me!
下车乱按，我好像把自己给按了。
Together we howl!
A human life is nothing more than a scream between life and death.
I will end you!
The scent of blood-leaf whiteburn.
我操，死了，何一恩。
From the fear and the longings of civilization, I was wrought. Born of the hearts of countless men and women, of babes and of the aged. With sharp blades and silvered tongue, you struggle for power and revel in the slaughter of the arena. From past to present, nothing has changed.
What right do you have to judge the people of Renacita? Mia chose her end with dignity. Your very existence is an insult to her. Look at you cowering in this little incubator, desperate to evade your end. You will never understand what it takes to face the fear of death. What now? Ryan and the Spirit! Glory is upon us! With me to victory! Into the spotlight!
Unite with me.
I smell fear.
That's some attack. Try that again. The fight is on! Break darkness!
A human life is nothing more than a scream between life death. Pray to me!
哦，长这连点，你妈的他妈，我他妈以为长按呢。他妈领导我才一坨呀！
Greatness has no summit, and victory is never the final word. Proud! Pitiful! Cry! Love! Race to the finish! To face death with the crown of glory! Fight my will! Let this light burn in all its fury! There is no greater joy in this world.
What a shame. Seems the play I've written isn't well received.
What are you two plotting in Renacita?
Oh dear madam. Let's leave some mystery for the next chapter, shall we?
There is something no one can take from me. All the bruises I have just believe it's a solution to my dozen deepest fears. Glory's not all about winning, but blazing till we last minute.
所以这个演出很燃，但不知道在燃什么。有一说一，来，等下去找歌听我们。那么卡迪就回来了。
It's real! Both of you are safe.
The Thernodian's frequency is gone. Well done, Lupa.
You found the righteous one and safeguarded Septimont. It's like something out of a knight's tale. No, wait, gladiator's tale?
Phew! Finally, I can stick my head out. Rover, are you okay?
I'm fine, Abby. What happened to you earlier?
Wait, we're already in Septimont? I was just talking to you, and then boom! It felt like something just covered me. First it messed with my frequency, then I just passed out. Wait, Carthea? And a girl I don't know?
You're lively. Your echo's more boisterous than a tada.
他大是谁呀？
happened while I was out.
I think it's time we compare notes. Let's fill in this story's blanks, shall we?
Reunion.
The event that brought forth the dark tide, it must have been my death. After that, the details of the story blur. It repeated so many times. It's hard to remember everything. All I remember is wandering the desolate city streets in a Septimont corrupted by the dark tide, unable to escape, until I met Cartathea. She saved me. But in that story, we couldn't fully resolve the source of the disaster. Then in another story, I encountered you, my fellow warrior. After we parted, I awoke in yet another story, in the Veil of Glory, where I finally saw the Threnodian's true form in the submerged aqueducts. It had taken control of Mia's corpse, and was using the Fraxidus' Sonoro to grow its power. After defeating it, the Sonoro began to collapse. I passed through those crumbling pages to find you. Is there anything else you want to know? I'll hold nothing back.
Tell me about your death. Tell me about your journey with Cartathea. Tell me about Mia and the Thenodian.
My death. Well, I'll start from the very beginning. My journey to win the championship. I had failed to expose the family's match fixing. After being deceived by Domina Julia and winning the title on my own, my memories became a blur. I was probably under some form of control. The last thing I clearly remember was standing in the central hub in the Veil of Glory, pressing my spear into something that resembled a control panel. Then the dark tide began to surge. In the end, all of Septimont was swallowed by it. I'm not sure when all this started, or where the line between the reality I knew and the Sonora world created by the Fraxidus began to blur. But in those 3 days of the story where Cartathea didn't rescue me, I would always die on the first day, helplessly watching as my home slowly crumbled to dust. Is there anything else you want to know? I'll hold nothing back. Cartathea saved me, the me who had lost her role and her memories. We wandered the abandoned city of Septimont and pieced together that the Fraxidus and the Threnodian were the true architects of the chaos. Yet in the end, my role was claimed by the Threnodian, and my body disappeared before Cartathea's eyes. But before I was lost to oblivion, Cartathea gave me a sliver of her frequency. I think it was that frequency that unknowingly led to our paths crossing in the story. Is there anything else you want to know? I'll hold nothing back. Many years ago, Mia cast herself into the sea to escape the Threnodian's control. But Domina Julia recovered her broken body from the depths and handed it over to the Fraxidus.
他妈畜生啊！他妈扣是不是有点恶趣味？我操！他妈扣是不是有点恶趣味？我操！红烧天堂 OP， 你他妈怎么知道？但我已经很久不听他们歌了。
For years, they subjected her remains to twisted experiments until the Threnodian's essence, still lingering within her, finally awakened.
黄天南歌还真不错，别说，但最近不太行。说啥？我操！我怎么没看懂？
But Domina Julia recovered her broken body from the depths and handed it over to the Fraxidus. For years, they subjected her remains to twisted experiments until the Threnodian's essence, still lingering within her, finally awakened.
Subject 还有征服、臣服的意思。The subject remains to twisted experiment.
For years, they subjected her remains to twisted experiments until the Threnodian's essence, still lingering within her, finally awakened. The Threnodian took control of Mia's corpse, turning it into a half-human, half-sea creature monstrosity. It formed an alliance with the Fraxidus.
他是不是有恶趣味啊？酷。
The last trace of Mia's reverberation was forced to be part of it, tortured and ravaged. Is there anything else you want to know? I'll hold nothing back. Oh, the script and the copper mirror you gave me. I'll return them to you now. It was a long story, but the ending turned out well. Though, thinking of Mia still upsets me. Her reverberations, trapped in that monstrous body. I can't imagine her suffering over the last 20 years.
When you defeated the Threnodian, you also set her free.
Yes, it was an honor to have that final battle with her. Thanks to you and Cartathea, I was able to rewrite the tragic ending of this story. Thank you, my fellow warrior, for believing in me. Thank you, my fellow warrior, for believing in me.
When I sensed the Threnodian's power here in Septimont, I immediately set out to find its source.
怎么突然出现呢？你这跑哪去了？
It was quite sudden. I slipped through the smallest of cracks to enter this Sonoro, which severed my contact with the outside world. I found Lupa in the city. She had lost her role. We traveled together for a time and discovered the architects of the destruction, the Fraxidus playwright Cristoforo and the Threnodian. Sadly, the playwright did eventually erase Lupa's existence. As for me, I descended into the submerged aqueducts where I found the Threnodian. It had inhabited Mia's remains and was hiding within an experimental unit.
Threnodian 不是最主吗？
Unfortunately, I was unable to eliminate it entirely. It evaded me, slipping into hiding. I reasoned that you would sense the anomaly and come to Septimont, so I sought to offer you my aid. I battled the playwright, and in doing so, stripped him of his ability to control the script. Afterward, he, along with the other Fraxidus overseers, fled from me. With that, the Sonoro began to collapse. It was then that we finally met. Is there anything else you wish to ask, Righteous One?
Tell me about these roles and stories.
Lupa and I formed a few theories during our investigation, though they may not be entirely accurate. In this scenario, where stories manifest as reality, roles define the identities of those within it. To lose your role is to lose both your name and memory. In truth, Mia has long since passed and does not truly exist here. It was Lupa, not Mia, who won the 3-day Aegon. I suspect the stories created by the playwright cannot stray too far from their original frameworks, a limitation of his resonance ability. This is why he erased Lupa's name, swapping her and Mia's identities. This allowed Mia to summon the dark tide upon Septimont.
他妈，原来是这样！我操！
Is there anything else you wish to ask, Righteous One?
他妈剧情有点带。我他妈等下把那隐私开一下，我他妈偷的世间我网易云是吧？你他妈逼样的！ Tell me about Snowdias and the Central Hub.
The central hub within the Veil of Glory was established by the Sentinel, and it appears no one had ever entered it before. Activating it requires 2 key conditions: victory, which grants the blessing bestowed by the Lioness of Glory through the Sentinel's mandate, and a trace of the Sentinel's frequency. The Threnodian set its sights on Mia for this very reason, which, in turn, brought its attention to Lupa. I struck a significant blow to the Threnodian within the story, but because I failed to prevent the corruption of the central hub earlier, it endured, drawing strength from that source.
Throughout this journey, I often saw the figures of Lupa and Mia overlap.
It seems the Threnodian was attempting to replace Lupa, hoping to use her to corrupt the hub, siphon its power, and ultimately destroy Renacita. Is there anything else you wish to ask, Righteous One?
是抽取虹吸。他妈什么词？我的天 ！Tell me about the other Fraxidus leaders.
Apart from the playwright, I also encountered 2 other Fraxidus leaders. One, a woman with a bandaged eye. The other, a man with scars across his face.
什么 Flower 吗？
Surely they must be Frolova and Scar. But how is Scar in Renacita?
Unfortunately, I never had the chance to confront either of them directly. I saw them only briefly before they disappeared. I'm not sure why they've gathered here in Septimont. We must prepare for whatever plans they have. Is there anything else you wish to ask, Righteous One? Lupa and I formed a few theories during our investigation, though they may not be entirely accurate. In this scenario, where stories manifest as reality, roles define the identities of those within it. To lose your role is to lose both your name and memory. In truth, Mia has long since passed and does not truly exist here. It was Lupa, not Mia, who won the 3-day Aegon. I suspect the stories created by the playwright cannot stray too far from their original frameworks, a limitation of his resonance ability. This is why he erased Lupa's name, swapping her and Mia's identities. This allowed Mia to summon the Dark Tide upon Septimont.
Oh.
Is there anything else you wish to ask, Righteous One? The central hub within the Veil of Glory was established by the Sentinel, and it appears no one had ever entered it before.
哦 ，Sentinel 也是明示 ，Sentinel 才岁主，你妈的什么傻逼名词，我操！那明示是干嘛的？我操！
Activating it requires 2 key conditions. Victory, which grants the blessing bestowed by the Lioness of Glory through the Sentinel's mandate, and a trace of the Sentinel's frequency. The Threnodian set its sights on Mia for this very reason, which in turn brought its attention to Lupa. I struck a significant blow to the Threnodian within the story, but because I failed to prevent the corruption of the central hub earlier, it endured, drawing strength from that source.
Throughout this journey,
I struck a significant blow to the Threnodian within the story, but because I failed to prevent the corruption of the central hub earlier, it endured, drawing strength from that source. I struck a significant blow to the Threnodian within the story, but because I failed to prevent the corruption of the central hub earlier, it endured, drawing strength from that source.
saw the figures of Lupa and Mia overlap.
It seems the Threnodian was attempting to replace Lupa, hoping to use her to corrupt the hub, siphon its power, and ultimately destroy Renacita.
这个明示他是有自我意识的。
Is there anything else you wish to ask, Righteous? The Threnodian's frequency has vanished from Septimont, but I fear this is far from over. There is something else. Perhaps due to the dark tide in the Sonoro, I can feel my balance shifting. The Threnodian's pull is growing stronger. Now that I think of it, this could very well be part of the Fraxidus' plan.
You need to head to the Black Shores, Cardathia. They've been dealing with the Threnodian for years. You should go there and run some tests. They'll know how to handle what's coming.
The Black Shores? Is that where you're from? If it's a place you trust, then I will go. There's one more thing. We should return to the central hub in Septimont. I found something tied to you there.
The central hub. Good timing. There's something I need to handle in the Veil of Glory, too.
Good. Let's set off together.
The Threnodian's frequency has vanished from Septimont, but I fear this is far from over.
不是 it's far from over 这个词跟对不上啊！这个文本怎么还变了？我靠，何意味？为什么做个每日这么难呢？为什么推主线他都不算我那什么的？我们听歌去。免费获得50抽，太小气了吧！9头45抽都被骂惨了。 TV 还没有9播放的一半呢，还能说话吗，酷狗啊？还能说话吗，酷狗？有多少丑设计，有多少能看？自无营处归航之心，回归主题曲都来了。
If I scatter like stardust, I steady forward.
我没那个能不能回来？他才刚过2版就回来了。
Chances why we'll never know if there's any answer at all. Still we choose to rise against the fall. Nothing left to lose. We have come too far to come to miles behind us. Building a lighthouse for the voices.
皮夹样出来。
Is already enough to fill one's heart and tear the facet of the void apart. Time and space blend together in the silence and chaos. Can't hear a heartbeat, but I hear those. Only an endless journey's worth it all the way home.
I 我还能倒带的。 感觉搁一般呢。比肩鬼泣引众怒。为什么越看越红来？没写人民史观，这透露体现出人民史观的3.3。我操！这不是掐黑流量吗？这……
哎呀，我发现明朝这2个字真的越看越红。艾弥斯心怀温柔，跨越无尽黑暗，带着全人类的意志奔赴深渊，不肯独自放弃任何一个人。飞雪身为国风巫女，挣脱宿命轮回，不愿再有人重复牺牲，以身守护一方故土山河。漂泊者心怀悲悯，背负永恒孤独，以神性之心守护世间每一个平凡生命。无数无名普通人跨越时空，献出自身，在黑暗里为同伴点亮前行的坐标。星际学院全员同心，众人集结，并肩作战，不分阵营，不分彼此，一起对抗浩劫灾难。这就是最纯粹的人民史观。胜利从不属于单一神明，不属于最强的主角，而是每一位普通人，每一位女性角色，每一份渺小的坚守，都在拯救世界，不放弃弱者，不轻视平凡。众生皆有力量，人人皆可为希望奔赴。原来游戏的意义不止抽卡与战斗，它藏着守护、同心、救赎、众志成城的温柔信仰。看完才懂为什么明朝越看越红。
何一威。哦，这白的有点吓人嘛，大哥，我这他妈苍白呀，大哥。NPC 化的坐标。我 Timekeeper 呢？啊？突然切割，然后开始公式啊，公式英文歌，大家一起哇哇哭，没啥记忆点，看不着，就这么想。看你们几个角色谈恋爱，主推角色负责推进剧情，然后再谈恋爱，上半还是谈恋爱，下半娘子出击大决战。2.7让3.3还是这样，歌品比一品还土，全个掉到英文歌，一点代入感、适配感都没。烂的不行，最烂就日的剧情最后那段，超烂逼剧，但莫名燃起来剧情看的脚趾抠地的头一回。 爱木兰替父救世，彻底放弃什么？仲尼属性转型，爱飘国印在下万，恶有塑造最成功男主，真正高端神游。人蛇，我们自救。
昨晚上我看到了一个挺爆的东西，库洛对创作者的2个要求。首先第一个，不要乱吹，就事论事，不要吹成什么游戏史上的奇迹什么的。第二个，不要乱上升，越看越那啥。我思索了会，
快太老越看越玩越好。
不会真的有厂商2个都占吧？还甚至亲自买商单宣发？不会吧，不会吧？哎，屏幕前的不要乱猜，不要反观，不要说出那几个字，我可不敢说，毕竟克苏鲁不可直视的东西，我怕我一不小心就是直接踩进深渊了，好吧？就是直接再见梦见之钥，喜提90天，那我不得冤枉死了？而且我也发现了，库洛也是挺懂游戏社区这滩烂泥的，有珠玉在前，吹得太过的时候，跌的时候也只会更惨，适当就好了。很多东西确实和红的精神内核沾边，像明朝的尼纳西塔人文主义精神、互助共赢等等等等，战双肯定也有，是吧？但这真的有必要特意去提及，或者说延伸出某些东西吗？我只觉得越缺什么，大概率越会大声喊些什么罢了，像拿着拼好饭上的国潮外卖盒一样。你这韩式炸鸡的国潮外卖盒正宗吗？我觉得真没必要去刻意绑定很多事情。你可以说，他也可以说，大伙儿也可以齐声高唱，唯独你不能自己说，更不能画个靶子在那放着。大伙是看你做了什么，而不是说了什么东西。
枪讲啥？3大谎言：艾米斯康复，顶级宏大叙事，漂北者完美塑造，群像进程唯一真话。
到底是谁在说艾米斯的众女和病娇消失了？你真的看懂艾米斯最后的美味表情了吗？
去自由的做你想做的事吧，艾米斯，我永远在你身后。
漂泊者，你这笨蛋！说你想带上我，说你需要我，不要一副爽朗的表情，又说这种将我推开的话。依旧角色扮演，装成乖乖女的样子。她有100种为这番家人发言发自内心感到开心的健康表情，但她却选择了千回百转，与我的足足10秒的哭笑不得，挺好言。谁能告诉我康复在哪？小爱可惊了，明明是自己演技进步了，在自我欺骗，硬说自己放下了想环游世界，少骗人啦！我见过的，真正想环游世界的人，脸上是没有纠结的。没错，又是我殷商王鱼子，趁着大家刚过完剧情的热乎劲儿，马上带你们对这次剧情进行风骚复盘和吐槽，把这次。
怎么全在喷呢？
大家好，我是可逆。
我想知道他们在喷酒，他们是什么人？
明朝3.3达成了一个如此不可思议的成就。在视频开始前，请大家回顾
4月恶有剧情天花板。他妈，你酒店是不是要争地板了？我操！为什么有翻成英语？他们这受众是谁？请问？说话啊，奈玲。
哇！还不死心？
一逼竟完全静默值，
还有成千上万个。
别担心。
我们就搜那谁了，什么治什么来着？治什么无名者抗争？
Was it real? Was it mine? Was it worth it? Sometimes I feel like a player that struts and frets by the scripts. All I know is my desire and my love won't fade. I'll set a fire, burn fears to ashes. Put some petals on my chest, right on the tear. I would just fall into
中文叫蜜芽，什么土逼名字，我操！
I'm a vessel, done its best to contain their schemes. Now all sounds are drowning with me. Through those rainbow shadows, struggles, battles, clearly I saw my way to the destiny. There is something no one can take from me. All I borrow, my sword, my petals and corrosive foam. I have left my fingerprints and slipped away in the heartbeat. I think I finally found my peace.
好听啊，好听。虽然剧情不知道在讲啥，但歌真好听。
All the medals on my chest are glimmering. A flash of light burns my eyes, making me ponder again.
这声优唱的，
Burn a cloud
口音好像。
feel in my veins, but somehow I linger and die. Through those rainbow shadows, struggles, battles, clearly I saw my way to the destiny. There is something no one can take from me. All the bruises are the clues that lead me to solution to my doubts and deepest fears. Glory's not all about winning, but blazing till the last minute.
虽然不知道是燃啥，但歌真好听。
Rainbow shadows, struggles, battles, clearly I saw my way to the destiny. There is something no one can take from me. All the bruises are the clues that lead me to solution to my doubts and deepest fears. Glory's not all about winning, but blazing till the last minute.
好听啊！
Travel through a silver veil above the sea. Griffins call, banners gold, glow
像这个。一般般，没这种。Karaoke， 这个叫
karaoke。
这还是像林肯帕那时候。这好听。你明天来不来？我操，他妈要引战是吧？致敬鬼泣百种连招，空战个人技巧，比肩鬼泣引众。你明天来不来？不卡了。
大家好啊，我是空冠。然后这两天呢，因为明朝的战斗，我看到 UP 主之间呢有一些争吵。首先叠个甲，这个不是挂人的视频，单纯讨论问题本身。视频所有的 UP 主头像和 ID 就不用查。空战无限格挡真诚动作巅峰2游了，这个我得说，虽然我是酷狗啊，但这次我选择站在传统动作游戏玩家的角度聊两句。往好听的说啊，这些传统动作游戏是国内动作类手游学习的对象没毛病啊。往不好听的说，鬼泣5是卡普空开发团队赶在发米通采访的时候公开表明要做平成最后一个最强的动作游戏，这个不是单纯的口号，是实打实做到了。4个主角每个都拥有不同的战斗机制，衍生出不同的变化。但丁一个角色就有117个技能，算上升级有208个技能。我们先不谈这208个技能是包含多少动作的派生，毕竟不是 A 一下就是一个技能， AA 2下是一个技能的算法。起码在动作游戏圈子里啊，大家都认为把但丁玩好的难度是公认的高。 我们先不谈 JC， 也就是鬼泣最致命的跳跃取消，我们先聊一下其他的取消机制有哪些，佐证一下鬼泣的复杂度。视频举个例子啊，这个连段取消、闪避取消、跳跃取消、魔爆取消、瞬移取消，往细节的说还有挑衅取消、移动取消、枪械蓄力取消等等。每个技能的打断节点也都不一样，我们来画个图举个例子啊。鬼泣所有角色的技能都需要这样配置一遍，而且每个技能的打断时间都是不一样的。所以你想一下，但丁这么多的技能全部要做一遍配置，上百个招式的排列组合，更别说再加上跳跃、取消、重置技能的组合，还有维吉尔还能瞬移重置技能。即便不使用 JC 啊，鬼泣也是可以做出很多花样的战斗连段。更别说关于利用锁定和非锁定来打出不同的判定，更细节上的东西。还有战双母体这个 BOSS 参考了鬼泣的弹刀，明朝也是如此啊。这个聊多了，话太密，毕竟这期视频不是来做鬼泣的攻略来了，先点到这里。明朝也是很优秀的动作二游，好的角色我也夸，我也喜欢，但游戏的优秀不必以别的游戏过多做比较来表达，这个尺度是我们做自媒体需要把握的。毕竟啊，其他玩家喜欢的游戏也会像你喜欢明朝一样。我之前也有夸战双的鬼泣联动，真的是双出狂喜。二话不说啊，我就把但丁和维吉尔这两个老灯都抽了。毕竟我是从2册一直玩到现在，该尊重游戏界的前辈还是得尊重。双厨狂喜说到底是真的两个都喜欢，一个好的动作手游联动另一个动作游戏是好事儿。部落目前旗下的动作手游也是学习了不少其他动作游戏的机制来组合出自己的风格。毕竟现在很多动作游戏的机制已经很成熟了，学习借鉴很正常。然后再举个例子，就是明朝的切人。
明天来不来？人呢？
哎呀，有没有一种可能，明朝这个游戏它不是抄袭，只是像素级致敬而已呢？游戏玩法撞来撞去太正常了，就算明朝这个游戏已经是1:1完美复刻，你就算直接连切到别的游戏都一模一样，那也没什么问题啊。明朝早就青出于蓝胜于蓝，做出属于自己独一无二的风格了。一般的音游需要节奏卡点、手感丝滑、歌曲劲爆，但是我们这边的音游全程毫无节奏感，玩起来按键多得烦人，而且歌曲选得让人昏昏欲睡，轻轻松松就可以让人陷入精致的睡眠，玩完以后一整天神清气爽，解压效果直接拉满。再加上角色莫名其妙加速联动，堪称出人意料，脑洞大开，可以说是音游里面是独一档的特殊存在呢。也就明朝还是太完美了，只是一个版本的小活动而已，就可以做出如此贪等级的游戏体验，怪不得那么多人尬黑明朝。不过我觉得这几天还是让这些人赢一下吧，免得给这些人压抑坏了，怎么行呢？明朝干脆接把那音游活动下架，全员补偿1600新生吧。作为一款游戏，作为一个大公司，作为一个真正的大厂，而不是一个工作室，最基本的格局还是要有的，总不能自己像素级致敬了以后没办法得到别人的官方回应和证明吧，而是直接展开了那熟悉的
明天来不来？不行，妈正在播。
是吧？正在浓火中，拜拜拜拜。
正难呢，我操！
烟云买颗还是买百合？都。飞毛腿不是那个像风火轮一样的东西吗？
这不什么口音啊？
6块钱嘛，那么贵，30块钱。确实。
能听到吗？
可以可以，就我现在给明朝充月卡，好吧？
哎呀，我操！我现在感觉我手脚感觉有点懵的感觉。
我去他妈闪现我。
在目前明朝最好的剧情，怎么同时我在吹和在喷呢？九妖神游， 我操！就没来，今天这样，明天早点。